In sumo culture, she would be a promising up-and-comer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But in the mail-order bride, she's
she's in the discount bin.
yeah, she's the clearance rack. There's no entertainment value in helping people.
Promise him 2 beers, no more than 2.
My pronouns are His Holiness and Her Majesty.
I envy you and your ignorance.
And we're back. It's been quite the month here, all over the place and everywhere in the country.
The week.
No, it's the month
Vietnam.
now. It's a whole new month now. It'll be September. Remember, by the time this gets out, or
No, we record and release every week. We don't.
Well, yeah,
we don't stockpile for a month's worth.
But it's been a hell of a month anyway.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe that would be easier.
If we record like 4 or 5 episodes in one day, and then
yeah,
we
it
should try that.
Yeah, it would make more sense because we're burning a lot of gas doing this.
cuts down driving.
Well, that's why we need an audience, people.
Yeah. We need an audience to make more money to pay for the gas that we're burning to get back and forth.
Yes.
So what all's going on? I mean, what's new in the news right now? I know you researched for okay, like the Trump thing. He got arrested in Fulton County. You know what? I'm not really wanting to do that right now. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that later.
We'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that. Right now, I have a major announcement as the producer of this show that I figured out what this show was lacking and also what my contribution to the show actually was called into question a couple of episodes ago.
Every episode.
So I have decided as the producer that I have also named myself the official, fat influencer of the show.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this podcast isn't going to just...
Yeah.
That's as much as you're taking off, right?
Yeah, that's all I need.
Okay.
Everybody-
This is a family
I was
show.
genuinely scared that you were going to say what this podcast was lacking was full male nudity. Or
No,
something.
now
for the Patreon.
Everybody knows that I'm the fat influencer because my shirt says so.
It's only $1 a month, people, for the Patreon.
How much this shirt costs?
See Corey's titties.
It's the OnlyFans.
Please, we have to clothe this man.
Yeah, we're gonna do a reverse OnlyFans. You pay me $15 or I keep taking it off.
You take a check.
Post dated.
Bitcoin.
Hell yeah. So what else is going on in the news that is worth a damn?
The Lizzo accusations.
Well, I don't follow the internet, so please tell me the Lizzo accusations.
It turns out she's fat.
Hold on. Be gentle with what you say and accuse her because I am the official fat influencer of the show, and I don't take lightly to that shit. Go ahead.
Well, supposedly,
Watch your hums.
she has.
That sounds too much like and I think you're eating and I'm missing out on it.
So brave, so strong.
Damn right.
frothing at the mouth here soon.
He's like, broth and
The
what?
picture of ham on my shirt.
What kind of broth? I prefer gravy.
I don't really like broth because there's no chunks in it.
Where's the meat?
Like I'm drooling at the picture of the ham on my shirt.
Oh, I thought that was an orange.
I thought it was an orange. I was like, that's
Why the
odd.
fuck would a fat person wear an orange?
I don't know, but from this
seems
angle,
way too healthy.
it looks like an orange.
Oranges don't
Yeah.
come off of pigs. Okay, go on. Lizzo did something. What did Lizzo do?
Well, among other things, which
Among
I
Us.
think Shane knows more about the other part, but she has been catching a lot of flack on the internet for, get this, fat shaming her backup dancers. Isn't that kind of like the whale calling the pigs black?
She looks like a melted Hershey Kiss, and she's fat shaming someone.
Yes.
That's a thing, apparently. But no, like I guess she's some kind of
Fat person? Yes.
No, she's all kinds of fat person. No, I guess
she was in school. She sat next to everybody.
I guess she's hell to work for or something because, she
she was
hires
black?
She hires fat dancers and so they can be fat dancers, and then shames them because they're too fat.
And she's mad that they keep snatching her snacks.
Yeah. She's in some kind of sexual harassment situation too, because I guess she thought it would be fun to hang out with like her dancers and people that work for her, and they went to like a strip club or something, and had a good time. And I guess the strippers was doing some kind of a trick with a banana. And she was.
I've seen that before. I mean, it's unimpressive most
The
of the time.
banana lady.
She was having the people that work for her, that work for her,
whores.
the people, the whores that work for her. She was having them eat banana, and apparently your boss is not supposed to.
It's funny to me that her dancers, the tricks she would request of them do involve eating. That
Eating fruit.
That's oddly poetic.
Wow.
It's oddly poetic.
Like she didn't like request the same thing be done with like a fucking turkey leg.
They don't mind eating or consuming someone else's bodily fluids, but it's the
Deli meat.
banana.
But fruit, ew.
It's the banana that they were on that was a no-go.
They have no shame. Whatever happened to having some self-respect and doing it with some
No, they're just afraid of
meats.
that the radiation poisoning.
Radiation poisoning.
Yeah. If
from
you
what?
eat too many bananas, you can die of radiation poisoning.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to eat like 10 million bananas or
Yeah,
something.
you would probably rupture your stomach long before you.
And
die
realistically,
from it.
bananas are probably not on Lizzo's buffet that she has before her concerts, so they should be fine from the radiation.
No, I mean not unless they're covered with ranch dressing.
Actually, they're probably more in danger because I assume that if they're fat, that they probably have like an enlarged stomach from eating more, so they can hold more bananas than the average
And they've
person.
probably developed a sensitivity to healthy food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate. Like Subway makes me sick.
Sprinkle some fries on those cupcakes.
The fuck is that? I don't. You know what? I think that was the completely wrong accent for a Lizzo backup dancer.
No, but it was to make fun of you.
Sprinkle some fries on them cupcakes.
Sure.
Yeah, they're the bitches that they look at their boyfriend and like, sing me my favorite song. Love that chicken from Popeyes. God damn. Yes, fries on them cupcakes. Not accurate, but whatever. You know what? In honor of our Vietnamese fan, what is his name?
And his
Conte.
glorious country.
Tante Kid?
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. And his glorious country of Vietnam. Yes, I guess.
Shout out.
We're going to continue to make Al Bundy-esque fat jokes.
International success.
Yes. We love Vietnam now. If you have any products you'd like for us to sling over here in America, just contact Sean.
Let us know.
He's the go-to guy.
He's our drug trafficker.
I was thinking more like noodles, but hey, whatever. What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Are you singing more food-related jingles over there?
Yeah.
Ooh, what? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba? I'm loving it.
Sorry, I was thinking about fries and cupcakes.
Oh, my God. I was thinking about having it my way at Burger King.
We're gonna get copyright struck.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we
doing a real
probably-
good job of it, and it's not like anybody's actually listening to this shit, so.
How are we gonna peddle our Vietnamese future wares if you get us copyright strikes?
Ding, 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 ding. I'm loving those noodles. That's all I got.
That's
That's not copywritten, so I guess
This
we're
is
okay.
horrible.
Wait, isn't it called pho or faux?
Pho.
Pho.
Yeah. So, okay. I see you're reading. What you got?
Oh, well, you're talking about, fat people. Got Tess Holliday. Also,
Is that like Tet or something?
Tetanus?
no, her
No,
name's...
we're off Vietnam and we're back on fat people.
Yes, Tess Holliday. She's a 300 and some odd pound plus size supermodel. I would say super sized model, but
We don't want more copyright
So
strikes. from
she's a
us.
fat person.
a very fat person. Yes.
Okay, you can say fat person.
Yeah.
And how do you know?
Is she a great big fat person?
Yes, she about a size 14.
Size 27?
But no, she gets a lot of shit online because she's obviously morbidly obese. but she claims that she's 100% healthy, and she advocates her lifestyle and says that other people should strive to be like her. And, you know.
But in all reality, if Buffalo Bill skinned her, he'd be more like making a tarp for his fucking pontoon.
It would be like Luke laying in the tauntaun, basically.
I can't get healthier or less disgusting. So
I'm just going to say I'm healthy.
I'm going to say that I'm healthy and not disgusting.
I mean, I guess she could be considered healthy if she was on, using the standard
she's
of
a healthy one.
Well, if she was on the standard of livestock, I suppose. But
Yeah,
that's
she'd
about
probably
it.
be on the smaller end of a cattle auction.
Don't let her listen
And-
to our previous episodes.
In
'cause then she
sumo
might find
culture,
ways.
she would be a
Why, she'd
promising
want
up and
two
comer.
airline seats.
See,
Or-
See what now? I missed that. What?
I said in sumo culture, she would be a promising up and comer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But in the
See, so-
mail order bride, she's
She's in the discount bin.
she's the clearance rack.
She's that slightly damaged at the supermarket.
Yeah.
They got her in 2 folding chairs up by the registers. And only $1.
See, I was like comparing her
Ooh,
more
that's a
like
deal.
the big plastic buckets of ice cream, and this is the one that's been sitting over in the clearance section with the outdated meats. Yeah.
Sure.
Speaking of clearance section, I found the weirdest thing at Tractor Supply. I've not seen any other place do it. They got a little retail bin where it's like, oh, we've got stuff that's clearance, but instead of just having it there, like they had some box cutters and whatnot.
Yeah.
And instead of just having it there and be like, it's clearance, grab it, all of it's on a ring. Like one of those security rings
Like
or
a
whatnot.
janitor's keys.
Like we're trying to get
No.
rid of it,
That's
but
what
we
I
don't
was
want you to
picturing.
steal it. Yeah.
No, like the stuff that they'll put around like a game console or like the more
Like the
expensive
serious
stuff.
security shit.
okay.
Yeah. Which I'm like, if someone's going to steal it, this just means that you're losing like 5, 6 of these instead of, 1. I don't see how this makes more sense.
So you're losing $20 instead of $4.
Yeah, and it's like you've already clearanced it, so it's not, super expensive.
Well, some people aren't bright.
Well,
But hey, you know what? Tractor Supply does deal with livestock, and that's kind of what we're discussing.
yeah. Well, yeah. Just Tess Holliday. She originally got, I guess, famous, whatever you can call it, because she was on the cover of Cosmo as a plus size.
People were
So that-
expecting more of an astrological magazine.
Yeah, everybody
She's the
was-
one to blame for magazines getting more and more disgusting.
Yes. Because I guess people were originally
That's why
mad
nobody
because,
buys this shit anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
But
When's the last time you bought a magazine?
That's what's killing print. Fat people sitting on the front.
yeah, that's true. Well, also Caitlyn Jenner, but
Well, but I mean, as far as these fat people like this woman, she clearly, you look at her, nobody has that much flesh and is healthy.
No.
So what does she do? She changes. I'm not saying I'm healthy. I'm just speaking from experience. But
Don't be so down on yourself, Corey. Be proud of who
oh
you
yes,
are.
I'm body positively need some work.
You are a strong, beautiful woman.
I am none of. Well, I am strong.
I am none of those things.
I am strong. But
What he's saying is
but-
he's working on it.
yeah, I'm working on it. I am. I'm body positively sure I need some work.
He'll be a woman
But
soon
the-
enough.
Maybe I ought to look into getting a little body negative here.
Yes.
And yes, I just said negative here.
But that's it. The whole fucking thing about these people, and this is what gets me, is everybody can look at him. That person is not fucking healthy. I'm totally healthy. She just changes the fucking narrative and flat out fucking lies. It's like her next one is going to be there on fucking horizontal striped dress, and she's going to be like, they're slimming, and I'm like,
Disgusting is the new hot.
look,
yes, neck fat is the new sexy.
look. Okay, I'm sorry, but you cannot make a planet look sexy.
Nope.
Are you
It's not
saying Earth
sunny.
isn't sexy?
No, I'm not. Or well, yes, whatever.
I don't know. People tell me all the time that Uranus is sexy.
No,
I've never had one compliment.
never said a word.
I stepped and tripped and stumbled all over my own joke and don't even remember the structure that I was gonna put it in.
It's all right.
That was I will admit that was a bit
Punchline left and went to a new line.
You were
It's
limping
rough-
to that finish line.
It was a rough night last night, guys.
Yeah, you're the marathon runner that just shit himself with leg cramps. And you got a Kenyan dragging you across the finish line.
And I'm like 5 feet from the start line. My nipples.
It's like, what, you're lactating too?
No, it's nipple sensitivity.
Who fucking cares at this point? It's like, we're just trying to fuck this joke back to life. Oh, what else you got?
Pulling its hair and giving it everything we got.
Yeah, giving it the old college try.
It's the Dumb and Dumber CPR where he's like folding his legs in.
Out with the bad, in with the good. Out with the bad, in with the good.
But no, I mean, I guess if we're going with more fat influencers, there's also Nico Cotto Avocado.
Yeah,
Yes.
that kid's annoying.
Yeah, he's pretty awful. And
I know nothing of this person, so enlighten me.
he's a YouTuber, and originally he was I want to say like barely over 100 pounds. He's a little guy, you know.
His channel was about playing the violin.
No,
It is?
Huh?
What?
No.
He played the violin in his early.
No, his early videos were originally him, I guess, cooking vegan recipes and then reviewing them. But then he found that
That's a hell of a good origin story.
Yeah, and then I guess he found out that people would rather watch him kill himself slowly with fast food and argue with his boyfriend than than give a shit about what his opinion is.
I got to be
kale.
honest with you. Like, listen to this guy kill himself would be more interesting.
Yeah,
than
exactly.
All of the other shit.
That's what
I don't
I'm saying.
care what the speed is.
Yeah, and
As long as he's dying.
Why didn't he have like a goal or something like, I'm going to gain 100 pounds by the end of the year, and he just kept going.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
he's like Ron White says
you
he's
can watch
going
him
for the
get
record.
like a big plate of food and just cram it in his mouth where it's all over, like overly dramatic eating, but he's actually eating it.
Yeah,
Really?
He's
Yeah.
obscenely
That's
gross,
disgusting.
and
That sounds repulsive.
he would.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, and it just he's covered in grease, and then once he grew his boobies, he started pushing them together for the thumbnails and just being just generally gross. And at one point in time, he faked a major, I want to say cancer, but it
You know
could
what would be
also
great
have been
is if he
heart.
grew boobies and his boyfriend figured out that he liked boobies, therefore he was now into women and broke up with him.
Well, oh yeah,
Just to speed up the process.
that's most of his videos from what I've understand is most of them are him jamming food in his mouth and then arguing with his boyfriend because his boyfriend is claiming that he's killing himself slowly, and then they're screaming about breaking up and whatever, and then that's about it. Like his videos are basically garbage. Like,
You know what? If he's concerned about him killing him slowly, he could suggest maybe drunk driving or a gun.
Yeah.
That would work way
Like
faster.
what? And the thing is why didn't he just go with heroin? You know, he'd be less moody.
Now,
You
that would be
get
some videos
demonetized
I'd
on
watch.
YouTube.
Heroin.
Once again, do heroin.
Here we go with that again.
Once again,
Do
do
the
not
people-
do heroin.
No, don't.
Don't the people on heroin, aren't they skinny?
Yeah.
So he would lose weight and lose all his appeal.
I thought that was
Cocaine.
crack. Yeah.
Crack and cocaine and meth will do it too, won't it?
Oh yeah, meth.
Yeah.
Meth. You don't really care about anything except getting more meth.
Let's be honest. No one can afford to get skinny on cocaine.
No.
Yeah.
The super rich. We need the fucking bargain bin drugs to get skinny too. Oh, what else? What is this fucker's name?
Nick. Shit. I don't know.
Whoa, what?
Nikado or Nikocado Avocado. He's a big YouTuber. He's got a lot of.
You know what's
lot more
funny to
people
me?
than us.
That his name is Avocado, and am I correct in thinking that
He does not eat avocados.
No, that the avocado is actually the fattiest fruit in the world.
Well, I didn't know that.
How appropriate is that?
I was about to. He's not from the family avocado. It's a pseudonym.
But I'm saying, like, if
Long-
that's
he's got a long and honorable
he's a
history.
fat fruit, so like,
So he's a fat fruit. Yeah, that does oddly make
The irony was
a weird-
lost
it
on
makes a
me.
hell of a lot more sense now, doesn't it?
This is what we call in the business foreshadowing.
Clever girl.
Snuck that one right in there.
I didn't know avocados were.
Yeah,
fatty.
actually, avocados have, as far as fruit goes, a pretty good amount of fat in them. So
Well, you're not a fat influencer, Casey, so...
yeah.
yeah.
You don't know this shit because you don't have a T-shirt with a ham on it.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You're not strong, powerful, and beautiful.
Mine just has an ego in being.
Yeah,
So.
you're not positive about your body like I am.
No, I'm not. Admittedly.
Like
Sorry.
you put on weight. Doesn't show.
Loser.
Oh my god.
Why do I feel like I'm in the fucking Weird Al video?
We got any other fat celebrities? Because I mean, there's got to be plenty of fat celebrities doing God knows what as far as furthering their cause.
Who was the guy that was it? Brendan Fraser did the whale movie or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
People, people were upset and protesting because they didn't actually get a fat actor to play him. They put a skinny
prosthetic.
actor in a
Yeah, but
fat
nobody gave a shit about Mike Myers and Goldmember. And,
Yeah, well, because it was a fucking parody of a fat guy.
Well,
but you know what the whole fucking thing is? They bitch about Brendan Fraser putting on a fat suit, but these same motherfuckers are silent when Snow White and the Seven Dwarves
gets rid of this.
doesn't actually involve dwarves.
Yeah.
It's like I saw where a lot of midget actors were coming out like,
Well, that's
taking away our roles.
That was
Talk to fucking Disney.
that was actually Peter Dinklage.
There's another minority that's getting rid of those jobs for them.
But no, Peter Dinklage is the one who came out with the Seven Dwarfs because he claimed that it was offensive towards people of small stature, and
Isn't he just about a twat about everything though?
yeah,
It says
basically.
the one that gets work.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only one that's fucking working.
Well, no. The one that gets work and is not just exploited on screen like Mini Me or the Munchkins and all these. Like he gets serious acting work,
Well,
and he's not just a fucking novel.
But you know what?
Novelty.
It's funny to me that the Avengers character that he played almost came off like a parody because he's a fucking dwarf, but he's the biggest character on the screen.
Yeah.
It's like you still
I
got
don't
your
know.
little fucking nubby legs and sausage fingers, but at least you can fucking pour the metal and shape the damn hammer. It's like yeah, this was done to pet somebody's fucking ego. I'm gonna be taller for once.
Yeah, and but that's what he's the one who he got upset, and so that's why I think because from what I understand they're getting rid of the dwarves altogether. Even though
They put regular sized people in there, and
Yeah.
Snow White, the character name for her Snow White skin is a fucking Latino
she's
or
Colombian,
Latina.
she's Colombian.
Latina, it doesn't fucking matter. It's all the same.
It's
Latinx.
Latinx. She's a
Latinx.
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 We're going to have our own drama where fat influencers get into it with the Latinx community if this keeps up.
I'm cool with that. I can take them on. Proud and fat.
Be a
Or,
lot.
I'm sorry, fat
A
and
lot of
proud.
fat rolls getting stabbed in that fight.
Try and get a major organ through all this with your little fucking prison shanks. It's like you try and fight me fair with socks and sandals on.
Trip over your LA
Your
Lakers
chanclas
jerseys.
have no power here.
Peter Dinklage, he's the one who kind of, I guess, midget shamed Disney into turning. Even though in the original story, the dwarves were fictional creatures, like they weren't. They weren't. It was never making fun of midgets or little people. Or whatever.
It's not dwarves as we know them today.
No, they were literal, mining underground, like Lord of the Rings dwarves. That they weren't. They were never human to begin
Which
with.
were also fictional, strange enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's just say the dwarves mining underground, fictional from the get-go.
Yes, unless Peter Dinklage owns, diamond mines. I think.
Wasn't he a king in that one show?
What?
I don't know what.
Game of Thrones?
Is that what it was?
That was his biggest one. No, he wasn't a king.
The one where everybody
Which
fucks their
is-
sister. Or,
I
Which
saw him
is
wearing
funny
a crown on something.
Because you're talking about that was his breakout role, I feel, was Game of Thrones.
It was, yeah.
Which he was like.
One of the main
What did you say?
characters.
Well, no. What did you say it was before? Like an oddity or whatnot? Because he got
'cause
he got hired. It's like because you are a midget, but you're a midget in a main role now.
Yeah, he was basically one of the most loved, he had most screen time. Again, he was not treated like a novelty. Like again, like we've all seen what is it, Happy Gilmore,
Missed opportunity there.
where in his fantasy he's got the
I
little.
think they made up for it in his X-Men role when he was Bolivar Trask and he was protesting mutants, and I'm like,
Yeah, he lost me.
But you,
not far off from one there.
your DNA was mutated too, sir.
Like, if you weren't a mutant, you'd be full size.
You supposed to be taller, sir.
Like, I'm guessing 5'7", 5'8" range.
But anyway, yeah. We've all seen the movies like Happy Gilmore, where in his fantasy, he sees a little midget riding a tricycle. That's what I'm saying. Is most little people, midgets, whatever you call them, they get roles like that. Like
That's why we love him.
yes,
Like
Not
Ewoks
anymore,
are
they
art
won't.
too.
no, not anymore. But it's like, look, they're wearing regular people clothes.
It's like, oh, look at his little shoes.
It's like, look at his little hat.
Like, oh, what a cute little cowboy hat he's got. Where did we even get that vest?
Look at him run! Look at him run! Look at his little legs that kick in.
But that's what I'm saying is they get treated. Peter Dinklage is like maybe he's been in a role I don't know of, but he's never been like treated as a novelty.
As a novelty.
And now he's bitching because he doesn't want other.
I don't want competition for my short
That's
people
That's it.
role.
I
That's
want
what I
to be
think it
the only
is.
one taken seriously.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Is he just doesn't want anybody else, any other midgets or little people getting his,
Well,
getting his role.
that's it. It's like what it is he's the only one that's been treated like an actor, not a midget actor.
Yeah, not basically Chicken George. Like let's be honest, it's the midget equivalent of
a Roots character.
yeah. Like I was gonna go out and do a little
He's
soft
different
shoe.
some way.
Do a little soft shoe.
Like, yeah. Oh, I've never had a character or a role as an elf in a tree.
Exactly. Like I make my cookies.
Like my first job was baking cookies in a tree. No, it was what was he in that Game of Thrones?
He was, he was a bunch of things, but he was one of the main characters. And yes, in the show, they called him the imp, and, and his father hated him because he was a dwarf and all this stuff. But,
Oh, so that's realistic.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure he ruined many a family photo. But, anyway.
The arm around photo, but it's all down here.
But, he was.
Or you just get his giant forehead in the shot.
little
Giant
muffin
forehead
hands.
is the shot. Everybody stand in front of the forehead.
But
Why
yeah.
did they put a flash bulb down there at the bottom?
But he got more screen time. Well, I don't want to say more, but he got a whole lot of screen time. He was probably one of the top 3 main characters because they had a whole lot of characters in that show.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
And what that
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
watched it.
And
So.
it
That's
was.
an episode we should do. Famous shows that we never watched.
I love Game.
That'd be a lot.
Seasons 1 through 6 of Game of Thrones are awesome, but then 7 and 8 they shit the bed.
That's the ones where they fuck their sisters, right?
Yes, one guy does fuck his sister.
There's a midget and sister fucking.
Yes,
That's all I know.
and a lot of
That's all I
beheadings.
know of Game of Thrones.
There's a lot of beheadings and nudity and combat and fight. Even though the sword fighting's atrocious, but hey, what it is, what it is.
But they're still sister fucking
Yes,
And midgets.
and midgets.
yes. One of the
At
other
least one midget taken seriously.
one of the other main, and it's not just sister fucking too. It's twin sister fucking.
Oh, well, that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Ultimately, if there was another midget character on that show, like we'll put him in the
Will
court.
Ferrell.
There was, but the other
Will
midgets.
Ferrell.
It's like a court jester.
They were. That's exactly it. They had other midgets on Game of Thrones, and again, treated like novelties. Peter Dinklage was the only one who was treated like a serious character.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Would he stick up for him?
I don't know. I feel like
they're marginalized over here, and you're getting all these shitty roles. But I'm the fucking badass.
Yeah, I think it's just he's worried about his career. He doesn't want any other little person to come in and potentially show him up and maybe be a better actor, or basically he doesn't want to have to audition for roles.
What if there was a midget Lizzo? Like,
sure there probably is.
She's 2 feet tall, but
Should be
she's
like
8
a
feet around.
basketball size.
She looked like a fucking beer keg.
No, she'd look like the fucking girl in Willy Wonka after she ate the gum that turned
You're
her
turning
into
Violet. Violet Beauregard,
Yeah, that's the one.
probably.
Oh my god, yeah. What were you saying? You were saying something.
oh
We
no,
spoke
yeah,
over
those you talking about the Trump mugshots that got turned into memes?
you. Yeah. I mean, the Trump mugshot. Yeah, that happened. I mean,
And he's getting a whole bunch of support from the black community.
yeah.
Oh, they love the criminals.
That's it. Well, and now he has more in common with the black community than Obama did. So,
Do we cut here?